Have you ever stumbled upon a place so bizarre, so utterly out of the ordinary, that it makes you question everything you thought you knew about the world? Maybe you've heard stories of locations where the laws of nature seem to bend, or where the answers just don't add up no matter how hard scientists try to explain them. Well, get ready to have your mind blown because I'm about to take you on a whirlwind tour of 10 mind-bending locations that still leave scientists scratching their heads in confusion. These are places where the ordinary rules don't seem to apply, and where every answer just leads to more questions. Let's dive in and see if you can solve the mysteries that have stumped experts for decades. First up, the infamous Bermuda Triangle. This mysterious patch of ocean, stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has captured imaginations for generations. Over the years, dozens of ships and planes have vanished without a trace in this area, often under perfectly clear skies and calm seas. Some vessels have sent out distress signals, only to disappear moments later, leaving behind no wreckage, no clues, and no survivors. Theories range from sudden storms and rogue waves to magnetic anomalies that mess with navigation instruments. Some even whisper about underwater methane explosions or portals to other dimensions. But despite decades of research, no one really knows for sure what's going on in the Bermuda Triangle. It remains one of the world's greatest unsolved mysteries. Next, let's jet over to Australia, where you'll find Lake Hillier, a lake that's famous for its bubblegum pink color. This isn't a trick of the light or a seasonal change. Lake Hillier stays a vibrant, almost neon pink all year round, no matter the weather or the time of day. Yeah, you heard that right. Pink. Tourists and scientists alike are left speechless when they see it in person. It looks like something out of a fantasy movie, but it's 100% real. Scientists suspect the color comes from a unique combination of algae, bacteria, and high salt content, but the exact chemical process behind its vivid hue is still a mystery. No one has been able to fully replicate it in a lab, and the lake's color doesn't fade even when you scoop the water into a bottle. It's a natural wonder that defies explanation. Number 3 on our list is the Door to Hell in Turkmenistan, a name that's as dramatic as the place itself. Back in 1971, a team of Soviet scientists accidentally collapsed a natural gas field, creating a massive crater. To prevent the spread of poisonous gas, they set it on fire, expecting it to burn out in a few days. But here's the kicker. Over 50 years later, the flames are still burning day and night, visible for miles around. No one can quite explain why the gas supply hasn't run out or why the fire refuses to die. The Door to Hell has become a symbol of nature's unpredictability and a tourist attraction for the brave. Ever heard of the sailing stones of Death Valley? These massive rocks seem to move all by themselves, gliding across the desert floor and leaving long, winding trails behind them. For decades, people believed the stones were moved by mysterious forces, maybe even supernatural ones. The trails are sometimes hundreds of feet long, and the rocks can weigh hundreds of pounds. Some scientists now think a rare combination of thin ice sheets and strong winds might be responsible, but the phenomenon is so rare and unpredictable that it's still not fully understood. Honestly, it's almost as if the stones are showing off for anyone watching. Now let's talk about the Zone of Silence in Mexico, a place that's earned its name for a very strange reason. Radios, compasses, and even cell phones go haywire here. Signals drop, compasses spin, and electronic devices just stop working, as if the area is surrounded by an invisible force field. Some blame magnetic anomalies, others think it's just a really bad spot for Wi-Fi. But the truth is, no one has been able to pinpoint the exact cause. The Zone of Silence remains a hotspot for UFO sightings and conspiracy theories, adding to its air of mystery. Halfway there. Number 6 is the Blood Falls in Antarctica, a place that looks like something out of a horror movie. Here, a bright red waterfall pours out of the ice, staining the snow a deep crimson. The sight is both beautiful and unsettling, especially against the stark white of the Antarctic landscape. Scientists have discovered that the water is rich in iron, which oxidizes and turns red when it hits the air. But the real mystery is how this salty, iron-laden water manages to stay liquid and flow out from deep beneath the glacier, in one of the coldest places on Earth. The underground ecosystem that supports it is unlike anything else on the planet. Next stop, Mount Roraima in South America, a place that looks like it belongs on another planet. This massive, flat-topped mountain rises straight out of the jungle, its sheer cliffs shrouded in mist and clouds. It's so unique that it inspired the setting for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel, The Lost World. The summit is home to plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth, many of which have evolved in isolation for millions of years. Scientists are still discovering new species here, and the mountain's geology and weather patterns remain a puzzle. Number 8, the boiling river in the Amazon, is a place where the laws of physics seem to take a vacation. This river is so hot it can cook anything that falls in. Fish, leaves, even small animals. The water can reach temperatures of nearly 200 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to cause severe burns in seconds. What's truly baffling is that there are no volcanoes or geothermal vents anywhere nearby. The source of the heat remains a mystery, and local legends say the river is protected by powerful spirits. Scientists are still puzzling it out, collecting samples and running tests, but so far the boiling river refuses to give up its secrets. Ninth on our list is the Crooked Forest in Poland, a place that looks like it belongs in a fairy tale, or maybe a science fiction movie. Here, hundreds of pine trees grow with a bizarre J-shaped bend at the base, all pointing in the same direction. The effect is both eerie and mesmerizing. Was it a freak of nature, a result of heavy snowfall? Or did humans bend the trees on purpose for some forgotten reason? Some believe the trees were manipulated to create curved wood for furniture or shipbuilding, but there's no definitive proof. No one can say for certain, and the Crooked Forest remains one of Europe's most enchanting mysteries. And finally, we arrive at the Devil's Kettle in Minnesota, a waterfall with a truly bizarre twist. Here, half of a river plunges into a deep hole in the rock and simply vanishes. Scientists have tried everything from dye to ping pong balls to track where the water goes, but it's never been found downstream. Despite years of experiments and countless theories, the fate of the water remains one of nature's cleverest tricks. Some say it connects to an underground river, others think it re-emerges far away, but no one has ever proven it. So next time you think science has all the answers, remember these 10 places. They remind us that the world is still full of wonders and enigmas waiting to be explored and understood. The world is still full of mysteries waiting to be solved. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one to crack the code behind one of these mind-bending places. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop being amazed by the incredible planet we call home.